Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel! Today we're diving into a super important topic, the 7 essential mistakes to avoid when taking vitamin D3 and K2. These vitamins are absolutely crucial for things like bone health, immune function, and even cardiovascular health. We want to make sure you're getting the most out of your supplements, so let's break down the common mistakes and how to avoid them. Stick around, because we're going to cover everything you need to know to maximize your health. Let's get started. All right, first up, let's talk dosage. It might seem straightforward, but getting the right amount of vitamin D3 and K2 is absolutely crucial. Now, the optimal dosage can vary from person to person depending on factors like your age, diet, sun exposure, and even where you live. Here's the thing. Taking too little vitamin D3 might not give you the results you're looking for, while taking too much can actually be harmful. We don't want that. That's why it's so important to work with your doctor or a qualified healthcare professional to determine the right dosage for you. They can run a simple blood test to check your vitamin D levels and make personalized recommendations. Remember, it's always better to err on the side of caution and start with a lower dose, then gradually increase it under the guidance of your doctor. Don't just blindly follow what your friend or a random person online is taking. Think of it like this. Just like you wouldn't take a random medication without consulting a doctor, you shouldn't mess around with your vitamin and supplement intake either. Your health is precious, so let's treat it that way. All right, now that we've covered the importance of dosage, let's move on to the next crucial mistake to avoid. Okay, so you're taking vitamin D3, awesome. But here's a common mistake people make, not pairing it with vitamin K2. You see, these two vitamins work synergistically, meaning they work better together than they do alone. Think of vitamin D3 as the opening act and vitamin K2 as the headliner. Vitamin D3 helps your body absorb calcium, which is essential for strong bones. But here's where vitamin K2 steps in. It acts like a traffic cop, directing that calcium to the right places, like your bones and teeth, instead of letting it build up in your arteries, which we definitely don't want. So by taking vitamin D3 and K2 together, you're ensuring that the calcium you're absorbing is being utilized effectively and safely. It's like a dynamic duo for your bone health. Now, when it comes to choosing a vitamin K2 supplement, look for MK7, the most bioavailable form. And just like with vitamin D3, it's always best to chat with your doctor to determine the right dosage for you. Remember, teamwork makes the dream work, and that definitely applies to vitamins D3 and K2. Let's talk timing, because when it comes to taking vitamin D3 and K2, it actually matters. You want to maximize their absorption, and there's a simple trick to do just that. The best time to take vitamin D3 and K2 is with your largest meal of the day. Why? Well, these vitamins are fat-soluble, meaning they require fat to be absorbed properly. So, by taking them with a meal that contains some healthy fats, you're giving your body the best chance to absorb and utilize them effectively. Now, if you're someone who forgets to take your vitamins regularly, don't worry. It's not the end of the world if you miss a dose here and there. Just try your best to be consistent and aim to take them with a meal that has some healthy fats. Remember, consistency is key when it comes to supplements. It's better to take them regularly, even if you don't always get the timing perfectly, than to take them sporadically. So, make it a habit to keep your vitamin D3 and K2 supplements somewhere visible, like next to your toothbrush or coffee maker, to remind yourself to take them daily. All right, let's talk about a mistake that often gets overlooked: medication interactions. You see, some medications can actually interfere with the absorption or effectiveness of vitamin D3 and K2. It's like trying to solve a puzzle, but the pieces don't quite fit together. You might not get the full picture, or worse, you might end up with some unwanted side effects. That's why it's so important to talk to your... We touched on this earlier, but let's dive a little deeper into why taking vitamin D3 and K2 with food is so important. Remember, these vitamins are fat-soluble, which means they need a little help from fat to be absorbed properly. Think of it like this. Imagine trying to wash a greasy pan without soap. The grease just won't budge. But add a little soap, and suddenly it's a breeze to clean. Fat acts like that soap for vitamin D3 and K2, helping them dissolve and get absorbed into your bloodstream. So instead of taking them on an empty stomach, aim to take your vitamin D3 and K2 supplements with a meal that contains some healthy fats. This could be anything from avocado toast to a salad with olive oil dressing to a salmon dinner. And the best part? You're already eating meals throughout the day, so it's easy to incorporate this into your routine. Just make sure the meal you choose has some healthy fats to help with absorption. Okay, here's a mistake I see people making all the time, not getting their vitamin D levels checked regularly. Listen, just because you're taking a supplement doesn't mean it's working optimally for you. Remember how we talked about dosage being individualized? Well, the same goes for monitoring. Your needs can change over time, depending on factors like sun exposure, diet, and even your age. That's why it's essential to get your vitamin D levels checked at least once or twice a year, especially if you're taking supplements. A simple blood test can tell you if you're within a healthy range or if you need to adjust your dosage. Think of it like going to the doctor for a checkup. You wouldn't skip your annual physical, right? Well, consider regular vitamin D checks as part of your overall health maintenance plan. By staying on top of your levels, you can ensure that you're getting the right amount of vitamin D for your body's needs and avoid any potential deficiencies or imbalances. All right, last but not least, let's talk about the mistake of relying solely on supplements without considering diet and lifestyle. Supplements are great, but they're meant to complement a healthy lifestyle, not replace it. You see, your body is a complex system and it thrives on a holistic approach to health. That means nourishing it with nutrient-rich foods, getting regular exercise, managing stress, and yes, even getting some sunshine. When it comes to vitamin D, spending some time outdoors can do wonders. Your body naturally produces vitamin D when your skin is exposed to sunlight. Now, I'm not saying to go bake in the sun all day, but even 10 to 15 minutes of sun exposure a few times a week can make a difference. And don't forget about food. Incorporate foods rich in vitamin D into your diet, like fatty fish, eggs, and mushrooms. Remember, supplements are just one piece of the puzzle. By adopting a well-rounded approach to health, you're setting yourself up for long-term success. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful in understanding the common mistakes to avoid when taking vitamin D3 and K2. Remember, these vitamins play a vital role in your overall health, and by avoiding these mistakes, you can ensure that you're getting the most out of your supplements. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more health tips. Stay healthy and see you next time.